My wife knows Harry Potter like Taylor knows Lord of the Rings. Yeah. And we just recently watched some of the Harry Potter movies together, and she did a great job. It was Kyle like level of like extra information she's dropping in. Like I think Ron's family, the Weasleys, underwent great risk to support Ron as he like helped Harry Potter destroy the go on his fetch quests, and she's like giving me the background on like what the danger is here and who this is and whatever, like not ruining the movie, but just adding to it with things that maybe weren't so obvious from watching the movies alone. I know the horror crux, but I like to insult it with the fetch quest because that's what it was.
I've read the book series 3 times and I've watched the movies all the way through a couple times. I cried when Dobby died.
Dobby's dope. He's powerful too. You told me Dobby wasn't that powerful.
Their magic is like, it's almost like Gandalf's magic, where it's not really offensive magic. It's sort of like support magic, and in that way, it's so limited. Whereas a wizard has a spell that's like head come off if it's like, let's just use the head come off if spell every time, dude. Yeah. Like, why are we dancing?
Why are we learning anything else?
But also, he seemed to have like he was able to teleport everybody out when the wizards were powerless, and
yeah, his teleportation thing is like his main fucking like thing to me. Being able to go into those places that are magically protected from all the more traditional means of moving about, like port keys and stuff. He may use a port key for part of that. I think that's just Dobby magic, though. I really like the Harry Potter shit. That was probably the first book series, Little Me. We got it at a yard sale or something. Like picked the first one up, and I started reading it in the car home, and I didn't stop reading until it was done. And then I was like, I got it. And even when the last book came out, I was at the fucking midnight release at a Walmart to get that shit. And I was a man grown. I really like those fucking books. I love the Harry Potter character. I like J.K. Rowling's writing. My fucking hoity-toity lady friend who went to a Ivy League school, it's like it's a bit juvenile. It's a fucking kid's book, you cunt. All right, I'm connecting with the narrative, and it's not that.
Dude, that invites a noogie immediately.
Which Ivy League did she go to? I have to know.
I'd rather not say aloud.
Can you type it?
She's against,
but she also went to. She went to 2 different ones.
Oh, her undergrad's a different one.
She went and did like 2 years overseas at what's the fancy one in England?
Oxford.
Oh, she sounds
not
like
a big Harry Potter reader, apparently.
Wow, and that's where the Harry Potter lady's from.
My
England.
wife has an English degree from a state school, and she thinks Harry Potter's just fine.
I'm with you, Jackie. All right, I think it's the fucking bees knees, Captain Jack. All right, I've cried. I love Harry Potter's character. I love how selfless he is, how brave he is. I love that without the teamwork of his buddies, he couldn't have ever made it all the way through. I like that he's not the best or the brightest. He's none of those things.
I thought he was. I think I misunderstood that.
He ruined the style of glasses I wore at that age, and I got bullied.
He has all of his points are in like loyalty,
broomstick,
and
agility.
Yeah, so the flying thing is one of his like superpowers. He can fly that broom like just naturally good at that. And he's good at defense against the dark arts magic. They tell us that's his best subject. It's like mixed in with history of the dark arts and all the other nonsense made up things. But potions and such, he's awful at potions. He's failing potions until he cheats. And, but defense against the dark arts, fighting, that's what he's good at. What he wants to do is he wants to be law enforcement. He wants to be an Auror, which is like the wizard FBI, basically. That's his goal in life, to do that. He decides that maybe his second year when he finds out what they are and what they do. And then he realizes his life is going to be about fighting evil, whether he likes it or not. He figures he might as well get into the profession that fights evil. And he meets Mad Eye Moody, this like retired Auror who's got just scars all over. He's been blown apart by evil wizards. He's missing an eye, so he's got a magic eye that spins 360 degrees.
Probably even better.
Through his body. So he's just got like radar around him all the time, and that becomes his mentor. And then suddenly he realizes he's been betrayed. That wasn't his mentor. That was a guy using polyjuice potion. The real mad-eyed Moody's been fucking tied up in a trunk the whole fucking year, living on God knows what. And he just got warped into a graveyard where they're going to cut him open and do blood magic to bring back fucking Satan. And then he's going to have to fight to the death again before he can go back. And then his best buddy Cedric gets fucking murdered in front of his eyes. And he shows back up and it's just him and a dead boy. And everybody's like, what the fuck happened? And they have to either choose to believe that the Dark Lord has returned, which no one wants to believe. It'd be like telling you Hitler's back. You'd be like, bullshit. I choose not to believe that. It would be too evil to happen.
Hitler's even older than the Titanic captain.
And they're like, what'd you do to this boy? Why Cedric Diggory, this bright young boy who was the most handsome? He was the guy whose stats are maxed out. He was the guy who's the big, strong, badass, genius, well-read, lovable guy. He's dead in front of this fucking Potter boy's feet. Death is following him around every year, and then all of a sudden his, in the public eye, Harry's this pariah for a while. I love the Harry Potter books.
It's really good. I liked it too. I didn't really give it a chance. I think what actually happened is it came out at a time in my life when I was really busy doing work and school at the same time. So I turned my nose up at it. It was a Fox and the Grapes thing, like that. If you don't know the story, grapes are too high. Fox keeps jumping, says, those grapes are probably sour anyway. I didn't have time to enjoy Harry Potter. So I acted like I didn't want to.
Yeah, it's good shit. I really enjoy that story. I look forward to them remaking it and doing the TV show. I hope that's good. I hope because it's such a long, dense story, and like fleshing it out over all those years. It's such a huge production they did. All those different directors, all those different ideas about what that universe should look like. That's why the books are so much better. You don't have 4 or 5. Chris Columbus, I think, did the first one, and then who's the creepy Johnny Depp director?
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton did like 1 or 2 of them, and then it was inconsistent, sort of the feel of the movies. Toward the end, they definitely could capture that darkness. The last 2 or 3 movies are adult oriented, and it's clear everybody's getting laid.
I just watched. If people don't know, the 7th movie is actually 2 movies. It's 7, part 1 and 2, and the actors are all adults, and I like that. Sometimes when kids act, they're just genuinely playing, like having a good time, laughing. And it's like, you're not even acting, and this level of acting is lame.
I like that J.K. Rowling is a TERF. I like that a lot.
What does TERF mean exactly?
She's a trans-exclusive radical feminist. That means that she's
really pro-woman, but not pro-new woman.
She's for real women's rights. That would be her if I could condense things down. And she's for not having female spaces invaded, and she's like Anthony Cumia. The way Anthony Cumia will throw up like anytime a black person hurts another race, she will throw up every time a trans person goes in the wrong bathroom and assaults a child or commits a crime, or does something funky. Like Elon Musk, even I saw him reply to her, and he's like, "Hey, love your activity levels. How you're really out here doing a lot of stuff here on Twitter. Could you maybe something different though?" Different subject other than just trans people invading bathrooms. I mean, I'm on your side here, but Jesus, it's nothing but that. Maybe a new Harry Potter book. Tell us that
a new book. I bet that chapter of her life is long gone.
No, she's had a couple of books come out. I think both in universe and out. I think the one thing that she came out that she should have never fucking said was she was like, I think Harry and Hermione should have gotten together. I think I made a mistake. And it's like, fuck you. You can't admit that now. Yeah. I'm supposed to think that. I always think that. But then I'm like, the writer knows best. She's in their heads.
Apparently Ginny was pretty dope too, though, right? Wasn't she like...
No. She's fucking... Dope in what way? Like what's
almost Hermione level?
I remember
smart.
She was pretty milquetoast in the movies, and I did watch the movies.
She's fucking plain Jane, your brother's sister. She's convenient, is what she fucking is.
She's
convenient. He breaks up, and she's sitting there like, "Hey, I've wanted to fuck you since I was prepubescent. Can I slide into this little hole now that Cho Chang, most racist name ever for a Chinese guy, Cho Chang and Harry have this relationship? It breaks off, and then Ginny's right there in the fucking wings to be convenient ginger girl who's my brother's sister. Like, get the fuck out of here. He's the most Harry Potter is rich, famous and handsome and like a celebrity. He is like the equivalent of a footballer who stopped 9/11. That's who Harry Potter is. Imagine like who's that super famous footballer?
Travis Kelce. Oh, I mean, soccer.
Yeah.
There's two,
Messi.
Ronaldo and Messi.
Messi and Ronaldo are the only two.
Imagine if Messi stopped 9/11. Like he kicked the guy in the head. He kicked it all in the head, and he stopped 9/11.
So imagine if Marky Mark, money where his mouth was.
Exactly that. That's how famous and rich Harry Potter is. And yet he's gonna take his buddy's convenient sister instead of like Hermione, who she gets hot, I think, in the books after her magic surgery, and then in the movies, clearly, like you got Emma.
And she's
Watson.
a higher tier wizard.
She's also from a mixed blood family, which is neat because Harry Potter grew up in the Muggle world, so they'd have this ability to go to the Muggle world with the in-laws, and like he'd get to have like a real boy life for the first time ever, like, or experience that world from a not abusive standpoint. Whereas Ginny is just, again, convenient where he's been and what he's been doing the whole time. He's been living in their house for summers for years at this point. Like it's absurd for him to get with Ginny, and there's nothing special about Ginny. She's also very poor.
That's her Wikipedia page is like they're total equals and worthy of each other. They go through a big emotional journey. They really like Ginny as a character.
Oh, this is written by a fat girl.
Equal by what measure? Equal in what measure ever?
No measure. But
Harry Potter is the one who defeated the Dark Lord. Okay, he's the baddest, richest, best looking, most famous, most courageous motherfucker in existence, and he's a wizard on top of all of that. She's that poor girl who lives in a house that looks like it's from a Dr. Seuss
But he's
book.
still short.
He's very short, but if he wanted to, he could magic himself to 6'3".
Oh, he should have done that. Oh, wow.
They're not. Everybody. There would be so much fucking cosmetic surgery. It makes no sense for there to be any ugly characters in Harry Potter.
Yeah, everyone would be tall as shit. No one touches a weight. Everyone's ripped.
Yeah, there's fat kids too.
Yeah, if you're so bad at magic, you can't, mystical away your adipose tissue. You get the hell back to the Muggle realm.
Yeah, it's absurd. Yeah, that stuff like that.
They should pop into the Muggle realm and just like fix obesity.
Use his magic to just enter the capitalist market.
Be like, boom, boom. Weight loss.
See, that's the kind of content that she should be writing about. She should write that book. She should write about like a Mark Zuckerberg type character who's a wizard, and he's been using he's like an unregistered dark wizard who took this form, and we thought he was dead, but it's really Mark Zuckerberg, and now he's a Muggle billionaire. And the problem is we have to fight Muggle special forces, and we don't. They shot Mark. they shot Professor Dougal over here with an AR-15. And he tried to cast a defense spell, but unfortunately, the bullet was going 2,800 feet per second. So his head exploded. He's very, very dead. No polyjuice potion fixing that. We're all done. Like, I would want to see that. Like, Muggles just rocking their shit with guns.
That would be a good story. And I would, of course, root for the gun team because I'm not a wizard.
I want them to kill the wizards and be torturing them and be like, turn it into gold. Like making them like do magic to make money, like fucking bring it back, like make rabbits out of nothing or whatever, whatever like stupid scheme the villain would come up.
Get in, we're robbing the Goblin Bank,
dude. Ginny's fucking bad. I'm reading about her now. Like Harry was the
Ocean's 11.
Yeah,
Harry was the seeker. She gets his job on the Quidditch team after he goes, and she's better at it than he is. She's stronger, better, and smarter. She's in the room of requirements, I guess, safe during some battle. And rather than her hide in there, they open the door to release him. She goes out and assembles Dumbledore's army and leads it. She joins the battle ready to fight. She sees Harry's corpse, but it doesn't matter because there's a battle to fight. She sees Fred die, but she's got to go, God damn it. There's no time to war. There's no time to mourn. There's a war to win. She's pretty badass.
You're cursing on Wikipedia?
I'm on to Reacto, man.
He's on JennyLovers.com.
There is a fat woman behind the article you just read. I would bet every atom of my being.
Okay,
she had to hit delete a lot. She was double stroking. Look, I most of that is pretty accurate, but in the like in the context that those things are happening, basically they're saying she's doing what everyone else is doing, because they're all like an army or a family working together to defend their school, their friends, their loved ones, their wives, their husbands, their children. Everybody's giving it all they've got. Like even the evil characters, some of them turn around and start helping.
All right, I found.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when they do the TV show of that, the remake.
Is it a big bitch?
I'll let you decide.
Oh,
No.
Don't show her, Zach.
I didn't pick out the most flattering one. I skipped over a couple of those. They only showed her.
This is the author of the Ginny
Of
Power.
the badass Ginny fucking Weasley.
Well,
art.
if I can say, you can look.
You can show her picture.
No, don't show her picture.
Don't show her picture. Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't want to comment on this lady's like appearance in any way.
I see what you're saying.
I don't want to
Yeah, I'm not looking to like throw her under the bus or like be mean to her. I just think that like she's probably got some flesh in the game, right? She's a pale-faced, redheaded chick. Of course, Ginny's her favorite fucking character. Of course, she wants Harry to get with the character that she identifies with.
And I will say the pose in that photo is not what she looks like when she's actively breathing.
I